All right, hey there, hi. So I'm gonna do something a little bit different today. I'm gonna go through some of the clothes that I'm getting rid of. I did a pretty, not like massive, but a nice size closet clean out. And yeah, I'm just gonna talk about what I'm getting rid of, why I'm getting rid of it, and talk a little bit more about clothes and fashion and why I do the things I do. So let's get into it. So first up, this is from ASOS. It's this little polka dot dress. It's pretty long. How cute is it? It has this little like ruching detail. See, this little drawstring that you can pull up to shorten it if you want. I think it is pretty cute, but here's the thing. Listen, I obviously have lost some weight since then, since I first had it. So it is pretty big. And I wore it a lot, like circa 2018. And I believe I originally got it for like a luncheon or something, like when I used to work in nonprofits and I had to do some type of fundraising luncheon. And I felt good at the time, but I haven't worn it a lot in the past like 2 or 3 years. And it's not because I don't dress up. I dress up all the time, but I just don't feel good in it. I don't feel confident in it. It's very sheer, and I don't like, even with like shapewear and like, layering, and so I just don't like the way it looks. And so for a while I was like, okay, I'll just take it to the tailor. I'll get the parts that need to get tailored in. It's very big right here. And then I sat down and I thought about it and I was like, okay, but just because you're about to pour $40 into it, like, will you actually wear it? And I was like, nope. Okay. So away it goes, but I do think it's cute still. I think it did the job. It did its purpose. It came to work or whatever. Piece, I was crazy for this piece. I first got it. I was like, oh my God, it is so cute. I love it. I wanted a cute little skirt that kind of flares out. Very Gossip Girl, if you will. But here's the thing. I just look like a cupcake. I look ridiculous in it and I don't feel comfortable. I think it's not necessarily the shape that's the issue. It's the fabric and the way that it lays on my body. See, it's like a very thick fabric. It also, oh my God, it attracts every single bit of lint and hair and dust that you could imagine. So before I take these in, I'm gonna do a nice little lint roll. I don't know. And when I first got it, it's so funny too, because my partner was like, you look ridiculous in that. Like, they said it lovingly, of course. They're like, I don't think that's it. And I was like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, whatever. And they were right. I don't love it. And so let that be a lesson to you, to sometimes if people are telling you no, maybe it's for a reason. Maybe, probably not. Next up, we have this skirt from Eloquii. This is a pleather A-line skirt. The inside, it is unlined. It's not lined inside. So, there's that. But it's an elastic waist with a zipper. Cute. And Eloquii is one of those brands that I don't remember quite when it was acquired by Walmart, probably 2019. I could be a little off on that, and I just feel like Eloquii has kind of gone so downhill since then, and their quality is like really just gone to shit. I mean, before it was like mid-tier quality, and I even remember in Chicago they had a store there, and I like loved this store. I thought it was just really nice to have a place where you could be plus size and you could shop, and they would have your size. And they closed the store like pre-COVID even, and it's just since Walmart bought it, it's not the same. And I feel like the designs are like or like, I don't know, maybe I've just, my palettes changed too. Like, the things I need are very different. So this is going away, but I do think that this could be cleaned up. I don't know. I don't believe that you can steam pleather. I don't know. That's something for someone else to worry about. I have another dress, and I'm going to show you these next two pieces because I do really like them, but I bought them when I just consumed clothes so differently. So this I have a picture of me in it. I wore it to a wedding. Crazy, huh? Crazy girl. Tits out at the wedding. At not even your wedding, not even your family's wedding. Tits out at someone else's wedding. I'm the bride. Anyways, I wore this and I still love it. I actually think that the material is pretty nice for the price point it was at. This is also ASOS, but I don't know if you can see. It's got this really weird seam work where it like comes up and it hits me it hits me at the widest point of my body, which I personally do not like. Like I like, you know, I like to be hit right here. Like at the time I was like, okay, it's fine. It does the job. It came from ASOS, like, you know, whatever. And I consumed things really differently. I would consume things kind of just because I wanted to, and I just wanted to feel like I had a lot of options. I wanted to feel fashionable. I wanted to feel cool. I wanted to feel all of those things. And so I would buy things or purchase things, and they might not fit me in the way that I wanted to. I might not have been 100% comfortable, and I was like, whatever, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. I'll make do, whatever. Just because I wanted to be seen as fashionable and I wanted to be all of these things. But, you know, as time wore on, I started to feel not confident in those pieces. So then I would try to replace them and buy something else. And it was just like consume. And I let a lot of things into my closet, which I do believe holds energy, like woo woo. But I let a lot of things into my closet, into my space that I didn't absolutely love or necessarily even need, and just had them there because I wanted to feel something, right? And it was like kind of a hard habit to break. And sometimes I do notice, like, I'm going to be transparent, like slipping into that sometimes. And I'll have to be like, wait, why are you actually buying this? Why are you actually purchasing this? Do you actually love it? Or do you like momentarily love it? Do you just want to acquire something? Or do you want to like actually love what you acquire? And I think, like, personally for me, a really great way that if you are looking to stop that is to kind of cool it on the fast fashion. I remember I used to check the ASOS site every day. I would wake up, check my email, so trashy, check my email, check social media, check ASOS, check H&M, check Forever 21. And I would just like, I would buy fucking crap. And like, I don't know. Now I just check my email and my social media notifications and my TMZ app, obviously. Okay, anyways, next piece. This is another one that I kind of got in my consumption era, but this one is vintage. I got this at the Plus Bus in Los Angeles, which I have a lot of feelings about. But you know what? At the time, I had very different feelings about it, but I love this dress. It is like deranged art teacher. It is like art teacher that needs to be deeply medicated, but she is not medicated. And so this is what she wears, and this is what I would wear if I were deeply unmedicated. It does have like a very, very, very soft shoulder pad. It's not very thick, but it's kind of fun. The shoulder pad also matches the fabric. How fun is that? That's a rarity. This does have a brand. Let's see. Leslie Palmer. Look at that. It still has this. That just goes to show I just bought it. And I didn't, like, when I put it on, I felt like, I really liked it because I love this print. This print is so fun. Like, it's great, but it's tight in all of the places I don't want it to be tight. Like, it was so tight in the hips that it was uncomfortable to like sit in or move or anything. And so I'd pull it up and just like, I don't know. Yeah, I just had it and never really wore it, never really reached for it, but it's kind of a fun print. I think it could be like really cute, oversized. I will say the stitching on it is really quite nice. Like that's the thing about even like a lot of the, I don't know if this is picking up, but even a lot of the mid-price like vintage garments, you know, that were maybe from somewhere else, like at a very mid-price point. The stitching's great. It's just so different. So sorry to see this go, but I do love it, and I hope somebody loves it as much as I love it. Okay, this is like a little, I believe, I'm not sure if this is leopard or cheetah. I have to like look up what makes leopard versus cheetah. So if you know, feel free to comment and tell me why I'm wrong. This is from Tablets, and I got this. It is a merino wool blend. Listen, I got this on eBay, and I was between a couple of sweaters. I think this is like 10, 12 bucks, something like that, very cheap. And I knew I was taking a risk when I was buying it. I got this just like in the fall, and I knew I was like taking a risk of like, this might fit, this might not fit. And it ended up not fitting, but you know, that's fine. It was 12 bucks. I like know that that's a really bad way to think or whatever, but you know, it is what it is. Okay. Oh, look, another deranged cupcake skirt. Look at what the fuck was going through my mind with this like tattoo ass schoolgirl cupcake skirt. Like, what was I thinking? I don't know. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. This one's also vintage, but the labels are cut out. And this one too, it's because of how thick this fabric is too. It just doesn't move in the way that is like good with my body. And like I have amazing hips. Just kidding. I do. But you know, it just doesn't hit me in the way I want. So this one's going to go back. And because I don't feel comfortable in it, I never reach for it. And so like a lot of these things, and I used to be this way in the past, I would reach for things and I wouldn't be comfortable in them. And they would just kind of sit there, but I'd feel good because I acquired them. It like makes no sense, right? Now this next piece, this is different. I loved this piece. I wore the shit out of this piece. This is just, this is from Collision, which is an ASOS brand. And listen, I recently have kind of just been a little bit more mindful about what I'm bringing in my closet, and I wanted to upgrade my turtleneck because again, this is like my turtleneck I wore all the time. And I do wear turtlenecks all the time in winter. That is my go-to, and it was usually this one. But I just wanted to elevate it a little bit, so I got one from Lafayette 148. I got a really nice wool one. I believe this is it. I got it from the Real, and I think I got this for like between 60 and 70 bucks. It's a little bit different. This one's a little more close to wear. It's not quite as much of a sweater knit, which actually will work better for me because I run so warm in the winter. So that's from that. And I think sometimes it's okay to update parts of your closet that like maybe you want to still wear that a lot in your rotation, but you don't necessarily want to like, I don't know, wear that specific piece. You just want to upgrade it. I think that's great. Okay. Next up, we have this duster. I love this duster. I still love it, but here's the thing. I don't reach for it a ton. This is from Fashion to Figure. I think it's really cute. It's like just like 3 different snake prints. There's a matching belt with it. This is from Fashion to Figure, like I said. I think Fashion to Figure has like some weird lore with it. I think a lot of plus size clothing has weird lore with it. Same with like influencers and creators. Like there's so much about plus size, fashion, politics, like whatever, that it's just like lore on lore on lore. And I believe I'm not trying to be misinformation right now, so if I am being misinformation, I'm sorry. But I believe that they like Fashion to Figure kind of like went out of business, but like didn't really say anything, and so people were making orders but not getting their orders. This is just a matching belt, by the way. And I think that's what happened. I think they're now definitely no longer around. And they used to do some really cool design collabs with like creators. Like I think Garner Style, Chastity Garner had like one. I remember being like on the slopes. That's my like on the slopes movement. I don't know if that's what you do on the slopes, right? She had one. I think Nadia had one. I think Nadia had some boots. I'm sure there's some other people in there as well, but yeah. All right, so this next piece, we're getting to the end. We got 3 pieces left, including this one. This is so cute, but here's the thing. It just doesn't fit me anymore. It's a little bit too big now, but it's just this really cute print. I love it. I mean, can you tell that I have like a kind of couple different styles of skirts that I like? I only really wear skirts and dresses. I don't wear pants. But this is one of them. And how cute is this print? I just like, it's a little too big. And to me, it's not really worth investing in for the tailor because I just don't wear it enough. And so I don't think I'm going to keep it. It doesn't get much use. Quite a few more. Okay, we have next. This is a ballerina top. This is also vintage. This is from Studio I. It's got these little cute cap sleeves, a little bit of flare, and then it's just like like a wrap top. Here's the thing. I bought it. I don't wear it. I don't love it. I put it on in a video and I felt so self-conscious in it when I wore it, and I just didn't. I don't love it. So like, why is it taking up space? Get rid of it, right? Okay, I'm so sad about this piece. This is from Vixen by, is it Michelin Pit? I don't know. But this is really cute. It's an off the shoulder kind of top. I sometimes also wear it like this. And the only reason I'm getting rid of this, I still love it, but it's just too big on me now. And it just doesn't work with the way that it's meant to sit off your shoulder. it needs to be a little bit tighter. And so because of that, it looks really wonky. Okay. All right. So here's the one and only accessory that I have in here. This is this belt. I did an outfit in this a couple weeks ago, and I'm going to be honest, I love this belt. This is also from the Plus Bus. It's in Strong. Oh, look at this. How cute. It's like a goth California Girls. Isn't it cute? I love this. This is from Fashion Brand Company, and it's just too big. It's too big. I like, if I'm doing a vest like this, I don't want it to be like tight, but as you've seen, I like tight clothes. I like to hit my waist. Like, it is what it is. But this just is a little bit oversized, but Fashion Brand Company has really nice stuff. I think that their quality is honestly really worth the price. It's very good. Some of their fits, I'll be honest, can be a little wonky, especially if you have a little bit of a butt or a little bit of a belly, let alone both. Like, so you just gotta, it's trial and error. It's living at the the post office to do returns, but you know, it's still very, very nice quality stuff. So that is what I am getting rid of. Whew, that was a lot. That was a lot to get through. That was a lot to get through. Hopefully you found some of my conversation interesting. I don't know. I think that, like, I've been all over the place with my style. I've been up, I've been down with it. Obviously it ties to my body and my body image and how I feel about how I look. And so it changes with how I change. I'm taking a different approach to like how I view fashion and how I view clothes. I'm really into the cost per wear methodology now. And I started that probably like 2019. And that really changed how I wore things and what I wore and the brands that I went for and I go for now, where they may initially cost upfront more money for an item, but because you wear it more often, the long-term cost of it is not as expensive as other garments. I don't really wear fast fashion much of anymore, kind of. I don't know if J. Crew counts as fast fashion, besides what's already in my closet, then I will. I do get some tops from like Uniqlo, like white, just like plain white sleeve tops, because those get so dingy so quickly and like just nasty. But once I stopped really buying fast fashion, my approach to what I bring into my closet changed, and all of a sudden getting dressed became fun again. And now I really get to play and explore and like try new things and like, you know, just focus on quality. So I'm really excited about this sweater. This is also from, yeah, like I said, what did I say? Lafayette 148? That's where it's from. My favorite brand. So I have them, and I actually got, it's like kind of a haul. Not really. I got this. This is going to need to go to the tailor. I also got, again, leopard or cheetah, sorry, blouse from them. Because listen, if there's one thing I love, it's a pussy bow blouse. It's a sickness. It's a sickness. I love pussy bow blouses. So I'm really excited to wear this for the fall, but I need to take this into the tailor. I need to have some of the shoulders taken in a little bit, and then some of the cuff taken in a little bit because it's a little big. I also am exploring maybe replacing these buttons for just a black button. That's a pretty easy fix. Yeah, we'll see. I might even like just play around a little bit and see what else my tailor can do for that piece. And the pussy bow is detachable too. So it's really nice. I love Lafayette 148's clothes. I think if you're, listen, I'm a size, depends the brand. I'm anywhere from like a size 16 to a size 18, sometimes a size 20, usually a size 18. And, you know, you can get a lot of good stuff on The RealReal. You really can. That's my secret, is that you just gotta like, you gotta know your brands. You gotta know your brands and your measurements, and I guess fabric quality to some extent too. And once you start really doing that, it's gonna get easier, babe. Anyways, thanks for going through this. If you find these kind of videos interesting, please let me know. And if you like my style, if you find me compelling, interesting, I don't know, whatever, go check out my website, honeywitfeta.com, where I write about sex, tech, life, and style. Everything from fragrance guides to clothing guides to what the fuck is going on in the world of social media. All right, thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next one.